I need coffee. This is take 2. Good morning and welcome back to the Teacher's Wake Up Call. In this episode, I will talk about the World Cup. Haha. Look, how long have I been doing this channel? If you go back to like November 2022, I did a little bit of a video about the World Cup in 2022. I can't believe it. My hair is extra poofy today because it is super humid outside, and it doesn't want to stay down. Like I didn't blow dry it and didn't do anything, so I don't know why it's being extra poofy. I just don't know. I don't know. And before somebody says anything, look, I know. Nobody's perfect. You know, sometimes your hair has got a mind of its own. Maybe I'm channeling my inner grade 9, grade 10 boy with all of their like poofy hairdos. It's like, is it just me? Is it just in my area? Or is it like that everywhere? Where every kid looks like they stuck their head in a bunch of dead leaves and just came out. Is it just me? Is it probably just me? World Cup. Okay, so I need to share with you my order, my cheering order. And I think I've mentioned it before, but I am going to share it with you again just for, old time's sake. So whenever there's a sporting competition, whether it's the Olympics or in this case the World Cup, I used to watch the Euro as well. Used to. But then we got rid of our sports channels and everything, so it was like I stopped watching it. But in order, pecking order, we've got Canada, period. Okay, if Canada is competing, I am going to be cheering for Canada. Okay, that is without question. I am going to cheer for Canada first. So obviously, in this World Cup, I'm cheering for Canada. Then, second, will be Greece. Like Italy, Greece didn't qualify. They didn't qualify. It's been a while. So that's my order. Next, by marital allegiance, I also cheer for England. All right? I cheer for England. I support England. And then the underdog, okay? And those are my like the 4 that I'm going to cheer for. So obviously, if there's a match, okay, between Canada and Qatar, I'm going to cheer for Canada, because not only is it Canada, but potentially the underdog. I don't know. When was the last time Canada won a World Cup match? Oh yes, never. They tied. So I think I want to nickname this World Cup the World Cup of the underdog, or the team least likely to surprise us. Hashtag Cabo Verde. Like, hello. You want to see these surprises. I'm not even calling them upsets. I don't want to call them upsets because I'm sure, yes, I know. Spain was a little bit upset for not winning this. But I am cheering these teams on. This is what you want to see. You want to be surprised. You want to see this type of emotional investment. All right? This might be the only game, the only match they will tie, right? But at least they had that moment of excitement, that glimmer of hope. All those teams that basically said, ha ha ha, gotcha, that's what makes sporting events fun and awesome. Okay? You don't want predictability. like at least I don't want predictability. I want to be pleasantly surprised. I want to have a moment of ODP, what the hell just happened here? Right? You want to have a moment of shock and surprise and happiness. So if the underdog ends up tying with England in their group, I will be happy. Am I going to be a bit sad that England perhaps doesn't win that match? Sure, but I will be happy for the underdog too. Right? Right? That's what I love about sports. To see a team utterly demolish another is there's some kind of satisfaction, but at the same time, there's nothing more unpleasant than a team that comes onto the field with this braggadocious, this sentiment of superiority, this air of superiority. New England Patriots, I'm looking in your direction, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Okay? There was a time where they would walk onto the field like they owned it, and it wasn't even theirs. It wasn't even theirs. Je vais juste dire. So, I don't like that. And I think I prefer players that are modest and are subtle in their strengths and will acknowledge their opponents. There are many athletes who are like that. And I prefer teams that are like that. I prefer teams, like you'll never see me cheer for Brazil. And as much as I want to cheer for Germany because of my dad's allegiances with Germany, I don't want to, because they have this air of we're the best, we're better than everyone else, and Argentina. Like, I'm happy that Argentina won, you know, but at the same time, no. There's this air of we are the best and F the rest. So yeah, so that's my take right now on the World Cup. Canada, well, Greece isn't there. Canada, England, underdog, right? And okay, maybe Japan. Maybe instead, like of Greece, because Greece is in there, okay? I'll cheer for Japan. I will switch Greece for Japan, because Japan is making things happen here, okay? So maybe that's what I'll do. Canada, England, underdog, Japan. There you go. That's the order. That's the order. I think that's how I'm going to cheer this World Cup. So yeah. Oh, and there's also South Korea, but I've got a better connection with Japan. Although if you've been listening to my playlist, I could be cheering for South Korea too. I've been on a BTS kick since end of March. Wow. Just putting that out there. Okay, what's on my to-do list today at work? I'm cleaning. I'm done marking. I'm done correcting. I've done everything. Everything is done. I am on standby to see if, I get an email from admin saying, oh yeah, about this mark, or about this grade, or could you review this? I'm half expecting that, okay? But today and tomorrow is about cleanup. I need to empty my desk. I need to pack everything up. And I need to empty it because they resurfaced the floors. And you don't want your desk full of stuff that will be knocked. I mean, the desks are literally put onto their side when they are removed from the staff room. They are picked up and moved onto their side because everything is put into the hallways and they Tetris everything, Okay, they Tetris everything in order to re-wax the floors. So if you leave anything in your desk, it gets tossed out. Tossed out not because the caretakers get rid of them, but they literally get emptied because your desk is put onto the side. So I don't know how long that's going to take me. I'm hoping to get it done by lunchtime. No, I mean, yes. How hard is it to empty your desk? It's not hard. Okay, it's not hard. But I want to put things in order so it's easy for me to find all my stuff in these boxes, okay, come August, right? I don't want to have to be like searching, okay, well, where did I put this one and in what box and which box? So I'm taking my time and I'm making sure everything's in order. Yeah. I also have to make a list of things that I have to buy, resupply. I already know I need to replenish my colored markers. I need to replenish my red pens. I went through a lot of red pens and green pens. I kind of like red and green, but I'm not ready yet to start correcting in purple, but I could. I have a box full of purple pens because they were on clearance. And I like them. I like them. Not Spawn, but not sponsored, but it's this brand, Pentel. I like Pentel. I also like Uniball, and if I'm lucky, I might kind of wait until August or September and just reorder a whole bunch of pens if admin gives us a stipend to spend on materials. But yeah, and that's how I got all my pens this year. I purchased a whole bunch of pens, and I still have a ton of those purple ones, but I kind of went through like mad all my red and green pens. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my to-do list today. And maybe tomorrow I will do a Freeform Friday where I'm going to talk about anime. Yes, I have been watching anime, and my daughter introduced me to a new anime, and yeah, I'll make one tomorrow. I'll talk about it tomorrow. On this lovely note, I need to start cleaning. So have yourselves an awesome day.